Later in the evening, there was another meeting for the D.C. Council. This time, no police, just elected officials and residents from the neighborhood where this has all been happening. Council members heard first from the Deanwood community's advisory neighborhood commissioners, then from the neighbors themselves. And they described the tense and sometimes hostile relationship their neighborhood has had with the officers sworn to serve and protect them.
I've been a D.C. resident all my life. I don't feel the trust that I one time had for officers.
OPC told me they was gonna give a 15-year veteran officer more training. Why does he need more training? He's been on the force for 15 years. I'm just lost. I feel as though, honestly, it will never change.
There was more to it than sounding off. Some younger residents came to the table with a possible solution. John Henry has that part of the story.
One of the big discussions tonight here at the Deanwood Recreation Center was not only the lack of trust the community has with the police, but also the relationship with kids here in D.C.
They will be affected in the long run.
Over the course of 3 hours, people voiced their concerns about the state of policing in D.C. But from the very beginning, we noticed a pattern. Many here found fault with how MPD treats kids on the street east of the river, whether it be locals.
Well, the police in D.C., I think they just sitting around harassing kids and everything.
Or a sitting council member.
As a young black man growing up in the District of Columbia, I know far too well the feeling of that your rights are being violated.
Perhaps it was most evident when 16-year-old Sade Cunningham stepped forward to talk to city leaders.
Outside, it's officers following, saying you can't stand right here, we move around, they following us.
She told us she feels ignored.
We tell them everything and nothing changed. The same thing continues, it just gets worse. From my point of view, police only help you when you know them.
She and other kids here told the council they just wish they had something to do in this part of town.
Give them programs, give them opportunities, give them events.
They say if they had more activities, they'd be out of the side of the police, and then they'd feel safe.
Because they think we doing something bad. We trying to find something to do.
From Northeast,
Anything that can help the community, it needs to be done.
John Henry, WUSA 9.